The third edition of Contour sees lots of change. I suppose we've expanded the footprint. We've left the lake shore. We've gone to West Basin and to Springbank Island. We've gone to Civic. We've gone to Northland Avenue, the ANU, and small gallery spaces in the south side of Canberra, in Barton and in Kingston and Griffith and so on. The artists are engaging with the landscape, they're engaging with the design of Canberra, the history of Canberra, which could be social, could be political, could be geographical. We're wanting to get, I suppose, give the audience chances to see different parts of Canberra, new small gallery spaces, and also allow artists to have capacity to move into little different spaces and more, I suppose, uncommon gallery spaces, uncommon landscape spaces, empty shop fronts, and let artists give them 3 weeks to sort of really play in a space and see how that develops. We've included other community groups. We've had Canberra Dance Theatre doing a wonderful performance right by the lake on Fiona Hooton's straw ziggurat. Get the community into the space, getting a wider audience, engaging with the cultural institutions. It's all about, I suppose, trying to get finding new places, smaller places, hidden places, getting that sort of unseen, hidden parts of Canberra and showing them to the public.
It's great to be in Civic Square. It's a place that, some people have very passionate views one way or the other.
Yes.
What's your connection to the square?
Well, now the City Renewal Authority's been charged with responsibility for revitalising the city centre, early on we realised that this part of Canberra, the heart of Canberra really, the heart and soul of Canberra, was looking a bit tired, but we needed to understand exactly all of what had happened to create it in the first place, to appreciate the way people have got all these different connections with it. All of the arts should be visible and able to activate and animate this great space.
Sunset on a lake, laid over River Valley. Single-faceted flatness reflects the last of the light. Stare into the deep. See only sediment, obscured, clouded, concealed. These are waters of loss. Forgotten fastness drowned in the dyed, deep dark.
Wallangalla means long water in our Jundai language, and the work was an idea that has been in my mind for many years now. The idea of a text work in perforated concrete was ruminating for some time. Long water, or Wallangalla, meaning swamp country, felt quite right for the site that we had picked. My work is committed to histories and often trying to see the unseen. The idea of having a text work in a pathway that challenges your sense of perspective, or that you have to interact with it, I'm hoping that people sort of meditate on that itself. So history, the word, knowing the word is an Aboriginal word, and then the grasses prompting a location of swamp being swamp grass. So that's why I thought, bringing a Jundai word for swamp country would be probably the most appropriate and respectful way to have that kind of cultural offering and exchange.
my practice is about the environment, really about waste and plastic waste in particular. So my practice is involved with collecting plastics that I find mainly from the beach. Any opportunity to engage the public with my work is one that I really appreciate, and in the context of this space itself and the beauty of the space, it's just enabled me to present this work and for it to speak beyond its place too, in a way, about plastics in our waterways, and that can be in the oceans as well as the waterways and the lakes. And I've been walking around the lake in Canberra and seeing little fragments of plastic. So I think it's hard for us not to see a connection anywhere we are with plastic and the work, that it speaks to the incredible volume of plastic in our lives, and our governments need to really address this situation and put things in place.
So the slothing studio has many kind of implications: vulnerability, release, and a willingness to embrace the unknown, I guess, is another way of thinking about it. And it's really just a place that invites, I guess, conceptually for us, experimentation and our playfulness.
My work is about cosmologies and our aspirations as human beings, but also our pitfalls and our vulnerabilities and flaws as people. So in a way, being in this management bubble that's Canberra creates this kind of mindset of, well, what are we doing wrong? And so our themes, I think, are quite broad rather than just specifically about Canberra.
Part of that role of the artist is to reimagine and to propose and to provoke thinking in different ways.
People want to know creativity that comes out of their own place. So Canberrans want to have stuff that other Canberran artists make.